Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cinny Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're on the new account playthrough again, doing the Vault event again. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to be talking about when should we wrap up this new account. We kind of talked about it um, at the end of the last stream. And I didn't really figure anything out, but hopefully you guys figured some stuff out. One thing I did think about, maybe we could make sure we have the first 5 teams, like from my first 5 teams video. So like, of course Rowan, we already have the Goblins, the Rowan, we need the Guardians, we need the Truffle Shuffle, and we need the Skeleton Key team. So I think we could make those teams or some version of those teams right now, but maybe like have them all set up on our in our collection on teams. Like do that next Thursday or something. Get those teams rocking and rolling, so you have an option whenever you need them. Um, of course, getting all the faction quests done, which will just be a formality. It's nothing hard. And then yeah, after that, there's like one other thing that I was saying that we need to do, and I already forget. But maybe craft a mythic in the Soul Forge. Um, we're gonna try the Underspire. We're gonna do an Underspire attempt. We're gonna do maybe an Epic Trial attempt. Like we're gonna attempt a few things, but we're not expecting to complete it because we're beginners and we're not trying to be a mid game account or mid level account or anything like that. We're supposed to be like in heading into the mid game as the playlist ends, as the new account playthrough ends. We're supposed to be like, we're almost already there. Like we're pretty much almost mid game right now, so it's getting close. I'm thinking about 2 more weeks is what I'm gonna give it probably. Part 30 at the most. We're on like 26 right now, so probably like 5 more streams or so. So not like tomorrow, not like the next stream, but within the next 5 streams or so, we're probably done with this new account playthrough because it's supposed to be a beginner guide, a new account playthrough. It's not supposed to be like a mid-game guide or anything like that. So, we got all our kingdoms on 10. We're doing all this stuff that you might consider mid game. So we gotta wrap it up eventually. It was never supposed to keep going and going and going forever. And we're on part 26, and new information. We're supposed to be like doing new things every stream with new information for beginners every stream, and it's just not. This is our second vault event. It's not our first vault event. Like, what new information? We're doing class weapons. That's kind of a new thing. Doing class weapons. We almost have all the good class weapons. So that is kind of like a beginner thing that we're talking about right now. So it's not like we're not doing stuff like that. But after that, what is there? I mean, we can pick a class to level. I could talk about which classes you should level first. Like I said, make that first 5 teams. Do that. And after that, attempting the Underspire, attempting Epic Trial, like the first fight or something. But other than that, maybe getting some of our Horde levels to 100 to get some more renown. But if we go any further than that, we're kind of in the mid game, so we can't. I don't want to go too far. But I'm having fun. It's not like I want to end it. It's just like taking way too much time, and I don't want to like end up in the mid game and then we went too far. So yeah, let's say hi to the chat here. We got Sana, we got Mark, we got Satan, we got Tyrion Shark, we got Ruben. Yeah, just quitting the new account, man. Not my main account. You know how it goes. You gotta clickbait a little bit as a YouTuber. It's the truth. I'm quitting the new account pretty soon, in the next 2 weeks or so. So that's what that's about. Oh, look, more quitting, says Tyrion. You're watching In Between Gnomes. No, 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 no. Yeah, how many vault keys do y'all have? Yeah, kick that like button's butt. Kick it in the butt right now. Kick the like button in the hiney. Yo, Trey, I think I want to. If you have time, I don't know, maybe tonight, maybe Monday night, maybe Tuesday night if you have time, if you want to do those gators. I need to get some footage so then I can talk over the footage for a video on Wednesday. So, and I think like us duoing the gators is at least something slightly new instead of me soloing the gators. So if you have time, if you're able to, like let me know which night, like Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. It's just got to be before Wednesday so I can make the video. But let me know, Trey, if you can do that, bro. If it's tonight, it's tonight. If it's tomorrow, it's tomorrow. I'll make time. It just has to be like kind of like a little bit later, like 9 or 10 my time. But let me know if you can do that. I know you got to work and stuff, so. Let's collect our stuff here. We're just going to be doing a Vault event mostly here. Let's check our offers. Ooh, look, a verse, and I need that one, I think. That's one of the ones I'm lower on. Always buy those. And yeah, if you guys have any beginner questions, like if you think there's something I didn't cover, let me know. That way we can cover it. We still have, this is, 5 streams left, I would say. This one, Thursday, Sunday again, Thursday, Sunday again. Something like that. So about 5 more streams for this new account. If you have any beginner questions, or if you think I didn't cover something, please let me know in the next 2 weeks or so we can get everything onto this playlist. Some things I'm going to consider that are mid-game. Like getting Zul'Goth is not a beginner thing, Even getting Dawnbringer is not a beginner thing. It's more of a mid-game thing. Getting Stellaryx is definitely not a beginner thing. Completing the Epic Trials all the way to the hardest fight is not a beginner thing. Getting a Pure Faction to 500 is not a beginner thing. Doing the Underspire all the way to the 7th boss is not a beginner thing. So let's talk, if it's a beginner thing, let's talk about it. Like, I think attempting the Underspire, maybe getting to the 2nd boss and beating the 2nd boss, that's kind of a beginner thing, probably. Maybe getting a couple more factions to 100 Horde level. Like, the way I was doing it, as far as the Underworld, and, we're farming City of Thieves still. We're still getting some troops down there, but we have all the good ones. So now we're just, like, filling in the blanks down there, for real. So how I was doing it was if a faction pops up for an event, that's when I will level its horde level. So like whatever the faction event is Tuesday, that's when I'll up its horde level right before I do the event. And then if there's one on the weekend, that's when I'll level up its horde level right before I do the event on the weekend. That's how I think people should do it, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm not just going around all willy-nilly leveling up horde levels. I'm doing it strategically so it can help me get the events done. Because it's not easy to get the events done as a beginner on a Tuesday to go all the way to level 90, especially when you're doing 2 accounts. If you're only doing 1 account, you could probably do it. But for me, it's been difficult to go all the way because it's slow. On a beginner account, it's slow no matter what. Going to 90 doesn't seem like it takes too much time on your main account when you're blowing through it with Stellaryx or Guard's Avatar or something. But when you're doing it on a beginner account, and it's a couple colors that you can't use Rowan or something, or you can't use Tesla, and you're trying to just figure out a team to do what you can do for free, like it's not as easy as you would think to go to 90 on a Tuesday after doing everything else you're supposed to be doing for that day. Like your City of Thieves 3 times a day, your dungeon, your adventure board, your guild event, all that other stuff, and then you're going to do the faction event on top of it. Like it's not easy to do that. I mean, it's possible for sure, but it's not easy. Same with the weekend faction event. I don't know if I completed it all the way to all rewards the last time we had one, because I was doing 2 accounts, yada yada, doing all these other things too. So it's not easy to get them all the way done. So might as well up your horde level right before you do the event, and that's like the order. So the order is going to be different for everybody as far as which faction to level the horde level to 100 first or second or third or fourth. It's going to be different for everybody depending on the schedule, and that's how I think you should do it. So let's say we have, I don't know what's next week, I forget what the kingdom is, but let's say it's Mirrored Halls. You would level Mirrored Halls to like 100 to help you do the faction event on Tuesday. You don't just go level some random faction first. Do one that's going to help, like you do an event. That's how I've been doing it as far as beginner. Remember you can't gate out though. I mean, I've never died down there. I've had to gate, but I think like with you there too, I don't think we're going to have to gate. I'll have to leave you to die. Terrence says, honestly, I'm considering walking away from my mobile account and just back to solely focusing on Xbox. Dude, there's just so much to do. It's hard to do 2 accounts. Properly, at least. Yeah, Epic Trials, I think, at least one of the fights. Get like a copy of the pet. Chill Will, I'm not quitting. I'm just quitting my new account. So I'm playing 2 accounts right now, so I'm going to quit the new one. Because we're almost not a beginner anymore. It's not even that I'm quitting because I'm frustrated or, I'm having fun. It's just way too much work, and we're almost to the mid game, so it's not a new account playthrough anymore. Once you get to the mid game, it's not a beginner guide anymore. So it's time to be done with this new account playthrough, basically. So I'm gonna be back on my main account full time in a couple weeks. So yeah, Iron Man. It's a little bit of clickbait, but it is true, so it qualifies as good clickbait. All right, let's check our XP booster. It wants us to defeat 2 mini bosses and explore. We're gonna do that when we do the Vault event, so we don't have to do that right now. We got Adventure board. There's some gems in there, and I do need trait stones, so let's go ahead and do this. It's got my Vault event team here. I'm doing Corsair. I'm trying to get Plunder and Peril before the Vault event is over, and then I'll have every single good class weapon before this Vault event is over. That's part of like the beginner stuff. Getting all the good class weapons, especially during a Vault event. It's just something to do while you're using your OAN team and Explorer 1. Might as well be doing, like, don't be using Titan on 100. That's just, you're wasting valuable battles on something that's already at 100. I'd rather see you do like Elementalist and level it up at least if you're not going to do your class weapons. But I think class weapons are the best way to go. If you don't have stuff like Reflection of Good, Essence of Evil, Skeleton Key, Plunder and Peril, Sin's Harvest, Fiend Fire, etc., you should go get those right now while you're doing this Vault event. Same with the trait stones. Make sure you have a certain amount of every arcane trait stone by going to different kingdoms. That way when it does ask you for that kingdom power, you're like, how is he doing so many kingdom power? How is he getting so many kingdoms to kingdom power 5 on this beginner account? Well, I'm like keeping it in mind, like especially right now when I'm doing this Vault event. So I'm going on making sure I have a certain amount of each arcane trait stone. That way, no matter what they ask me to do, I'll have enough. Can I play Gems of War on PS5? Yeah, you can play it on PlayStation for sure. Tyrion says, that's what I was doing on alt, powering up to 100 only the next week's faction. Once I was talking factions, none of them even to 500 yet, but all 100 plus, with a pure 100 done and a few 200 to 300-ish. Allie's playing on PlayStation 5, yep. I think it's on every single platform, right? Gems of War you can play on any platform you want. Unless you're trying to play it on NES or something. Any current platform, including PlayStation 4, you can still play Gems of War. Pretty cool. It's on every single platform. PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. Any phone. The only thing is they're not like... It's not cross-platform. I mean, PlayStation is PlayStation. Xbox is Xbox. PC Mobile is PC Mobile. Nintendo Switch is Nintendo Switch. We all have the same, like, events and the same Kingdom Week and the same, like, Soul Forge and all that stuff, but you're not going to have, like, the same leaderboard, pretty much, is the only difference. If you're on a Nintendo Switch, you're not going to be facing off against, like, PC Mobile players. But you will have the same exact things going on. You should anyway. I mean, that's probably a bad example, but, like, if you're on Xbox... You're going to have the same Soul Forge as people on PlayStation. Because everything's like server side, right? So, like the Soul Forge is like server side, right? So it's not like you get a different Soul Forge if you're on a different platform. I guess that's how you would say it. But doing this adventure board, I probably should not be doing this on stream. We've seen this a million times already. I'm just leveling a class, but hey, it's already done, so that was quick. Alright, dungeon you do every day. My Soul Forge is almost a 20, almost a max. That's probably from Vault event. The Cursed Gnome. It'll pop up every once in a while. I'll get some Cursed Runes. And maybe some Guild event rewards. But yeah, let's run this dungeon. It's Sunday. It's Diamond Day. This is the day that you buy the dungeon offer if you still need diamonds. Do the same rooms every day. You don't have to do the rooms I'm doing, but just pick 3 rooms and do the same ones every day, whatever 3 they are. Could be this one, and this one. Could be this one, and this one. Could be this, this, and this. Like, just pick 3 and do the same 3 every day, and you will get perfects. Somebody left a comment saying, it might even have been Ruben. Somebody left a comment saying they tried picking the same 3 rooms every day, and they started getting perfects when they weren't getting them before, when they were just randomly picking rooms. So it does work. You just have to have patience. So I go here, here, and here, no matter what. We're going to fight that because it popped up a fight. First thing smoking. The stream schedule, that's a good question. Sundays we're going to be playing, it looks like Puzzle Quest 3 for at least a couple weeks. I'm going to start trying new games on Sundays. So you guys could even suggest some. But first thing we're going to do is Puzzle Quest 3, because it's super similar to this, made by the same developers. People that play this also play that, so just makes sense, and I've never tried it before, so we're going to be trying Puzzle Quest 3 first on Sunday, on stream. That'll be, I guess, 2 weeks from now, so I better go get it downloaded and stuff like that. It's coming soon. So the stream schedule, and then Thursdays, I don't know. Maybe we'll also play Puzzle Quest 3 to give it a real chance. Or we could just have that as like a day off or something, I don't know. Ooh, we're going to go down. Yes. I think so. And the way I decide this is, am I clearing every fight easily no matter what? Even if I have death marks, even if I have silence, even if I'm cursed, am I still finding a way to win the fights? And if you're easily doing that, then go down the stairs. If you're not, just stay where you're at, man. It's easy. It's better to just get it done every day than to force yourself to go down the stairs and then get stuck somewhere where it's too hard. So we stayed on the first level for a long time. And then finally I went down the stair. Once I got Queen Beatrix and once I fully traded Queen Beatrix and I had a team I could pop her into, that's when I started heading down the stairs. So we're going to go down. So far, so good. That's a perfect so far. Hopefully, we get it. That'd be nice. Maybe we can open another dragon egg before this playthrough's over. Chad with the 2 running out there with Trey. Trying to get it started. Working on it. Butt crack is showing. Rag in his back pocket. Pulling up his pants, getting that rag out, starting to wipe things down. Trying to get that motor running. You're going to prime it. Check the oil. Check the coolant. Maybe shake the whole train. He's so strong, he can just rock the train back and forth and see if there's coolant. Like you do in your car. He's doing it with a giant locomotive train with a bunch of train cars on it. He's just rocking it back and forth. Trey and Chad, they're so strong. Doing their push-ups, eating their spinach. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go here. I don't know. Should we run a poll? Run a poll? There's probably not enough people here yet to run a poll. What do you guys think? 1, 3, or 4? Just put it up in the chat, and I'll do whatever you guys say. 1, 3, 4. Put a number in the chat. 1, 3, 4. Put a number in the chat. Go! 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 Giving you something to do. What a jerk. 1, 3, or 4. Put a number in the chat. Satan says 4. Mark says 4. That's like my number too, dudes. Ooh, Sana says 1. Anybody else? Got a couple 4s. Anybody else want to be involved in this exciting game show? What's behind the door? Is it a new car? Is it a dining room set? What is it? What's behind the door? So we got a 4, a 4, a 1, a 4, and a 1. So I should probably just pick 4 before somebody else votes 1. Oh, no. Now it's a tie. Somebody jump off the couch. Somebody jump off the toilet. Somebody jump out of their chair. Let's go. Vote. We need one more. Somebody to break the tie. Whoever does it next, if you pick 1 or 4, You're the picker. You're like those guys that go into the old barns and pick a car, like flip it, you know? What was their names? The picker guys. Who's it gonna be? Come on. 441411. Who is out there? Anybody? Can you type? Yeah, Iron Man with the 4. Let's go. Oh no, we failed. Let's see, was it M1? No, I should have went with 1. Sana was right. Allie was right. Ruben was right. We should have went with the ladies with the Ruben on the side. We should have went with the ladies. The ladies know best. Dang it. Oh well. I probably would have picked 4 anyway. If it was up to me. Alright, we gotta blast them a couple times here. We're not using our proper team because we have our Vault Event team out, and I didn't feel like changing it. Now, it's not that my Rowan is weak, I just don't have the right team going at the moment. So I am lazy. Alright, one more shot. Nah. Stop it. Alright, we got any green? No. Take blue. We got some green there. We could do this. Let's just not lose the fight, even though that doesn't matter. Stop hitting my Rowan, please. Hey, stop it. Be nice if you would die. You know what would be nice? If you would die. That'd be nice. Diamantina. Diamantina, you know what'd be nice? If you would just die. Leave me alone. Stop it, Diamantina, you jerk. Now what? You suck. You gonna kill me with your stupid 16 health left? Give me a break. I don't got time for this. Hey, I don't got time for this, Diamantina, you jerk. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Come on, Miraji Queen, you're better. You're the winner. Come on. We got this, girl. You got this. Oh, come on. Come on. Haha. Miraji Queen is the winner. She flooded the earth and was on a boat, and Diamantina could not swim. So we win. Alright, it's Sunday, so let's do this dungeon offer. It's very worth it on Sunday. And then I like to also get this one, so I get a total of like 100. Even though that one's not as worth it. This one, $5. Kidding me? Look at that, I got 4,000 gems. I was telling y'all, I haven't been buying very many merchant offers. I've kind of purposely been trying to show like how many gems you can get during a Vault event. We had like 2,000, didn't we? Or maybe we were bordering on like 3, but we've gained at least 1,000 plus gems on this new account. Imagine what you could do on a main account with Ironhawks. If you weren't buying any merchants, you would go up by at least 2,000, 3,000. I've gone up by at least 1,000. It's probably more. And I might have even bought a couple merchant offers. Like, I can't remember buying any, but we got over 2 million gold. We got over 4,000 gems. We got a ton of souls. Like, this is never, like, unless we get Dawnbringer, this can get any troop to 20 that we want, like, over and over and over and over. We don't have any soul problems unless we're going for Dawnbringer or something like that. Sana with the gifted went to Cat. Awesome. Yeah, dang it. Listen to Satan. Ruben says, I'm so tired of these 15-minute weekends. What do you mean? Oh, like these Nomapalooza things? Man, it's the best time to be playing, though. Alright, let's get it. Let's do this Vault event. Let me show you where I'm at. I already kind of did. I'm on level 726, 4,000 gems, 2 million gold, 750,000 souls. Let's check out the inventory. I got 146 vault keys. That's pretty good for a beginner account, a new account. I say 100 is the bare minimum, and I'm going above and beyond. Maybe I'll try for 200, but I'm going to at least get 150 on this stream right now. And I have 4 gaps. which is awesome. It's perfect. Doing well. I wonder how much Dragonite I got. Oh, as far as trait stones go, I'm trying to keep them, like, pretty even here. Like, I got 7 there. I got 5, I think, is my least. 5. So, we'll be picking 5. Bang. Wild Plains. That's a good spot anyway. Go here. We got 84 out of 100, so I'll probably verse farm first. Just because I don't want to be getting a boss chest right in the middle of a gap. So let's verse farm until we get to 100 shards, and then we'll do the boss chest. And there's Cindy already. She's on the thumbnail. And she showed up to work today. She's not out partying. She does not hate her hair. She just went to the salon. Got a nice hairdo. She wants to show it off. She got her hair colored. She got some red hair dye. Now she wants to show it off to everybody, so she is here today. Sometimes she gets a bad haircut and she just does not want to show up. Oh, she got a pimple. Pimple right on her face. Got a pimple on her lip and it looks like something else. She's like shy about it. She don't want to go out in public because she don't want people to think that pimple is something else. It's just a pimple that's close to her lip. And, you know, some people are weird and they'll think it's something else. And she doesn't want to go do that. So she just doesn't... You're looking for her and she just doesn't pop up. She's hiding. She's in her room writing in her journal. Or what's a girl call it? Her diary. She's in her room writing in her diary like, oh my god, Freddy is such a D-bag. He was playing his guitar all night. I was trying to sleep. And Freddy was just playing his guitar. I told him, I said I need to get my beauty sleep or else I'm gonna break out. I'm gonna break out and get a pimple. And then people are gonna think it's something else because it's gonna be right by my lip. You know? You're gonna think me and you are up all night doing stuff, but you're just playing your guitar and I'm trying to sleep. I really like Hoagie. He's got the meats. I really like Hoagie, not you, Freddy, and your stupid guitar. You're playing it all night, keeping me up all night, trying to sleep here. It's just like all night. Don't think of other people, Freddy? What's your problem, bro? Maybe he's hard of hearing or something. He sleeps all day. That's what's up. He doesn't respect people's like sleeping at night because he sleeps all day. That's how people are, you know that? Some people, they're just noisy all night because they sleep all day. They sleep all day like a dingleberry. I was gonna say a loser. But some people do have to sleep all day. Like, if you work all night, then yeah, you should sleep all day. But if you're not working all night, why are you sleeping all day? And here's Freddy popping up again. He's trying to... He brought his lawyer. He said, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, Cindy. I was not playing my guitar. That wasn't me. And yet, that is not a pimple on your lip. Hoagie told me. Hoagie says he's got the meats. And that is not a pimple. So I brought my lawyer. That's defamation. That's libel. What are you trying? I'm not. It's not me. Have you ever actually seen me playing my guitar at night? You know, you're just assuming it's me. It's actually not me. It's actually Hoagie playing his guitar all night. You just like him. You just like Hoagie, so you're blaming me. I don't know what your problem is with me. Is it because I wear a hat all the time? Well, I like hats. It keeps the hair out of my eyes. I got long hair. What do you expect, dude? I'm not going to wear a freaking beret or something. Let me put a beret in my hair. Of course I'm going to wear a hat. I got long hair, stupid. I'm going to wear a freaking beret in my hair. Like a little bow. To keep that out of my eyes with a little couple barrettes on the side or something. What do you want to do, a ponytail? I'm not the ponytail type of dude. I think ponytails are for girls. It's called a ponytail. It's not called a manly tail. So I gotta wear a hat to keep the hair out of my eyes, and you don't like the hat, I guess? Is that why you did that in my hat that one time? What's wrong with you? That's why you don't show up sometimes. You're hiding. Baz is out there. Yeah, he's actually the one playing the guitar. They're blaming Hoagie and Freddy, but it's actually Baz. Secretly jamming all night. He doesn't care about anybody else. He just puts like earplugs in, sleeps all day. Anita with the gift. It went to Georgie Antanazov. 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 Georgie. Georgie must have done something right. Thank you, Georgie. But mostly, thank you, Anita. Well, you gotta do something right to get gifted, so we could thank them also. That means you're actually here or something. Either that or, like, we gifted so many people, it's just looking for somebody, you know? Which is also good. Either way, it's a good thing. Hey, I just got a trait stone. Did you see that? We're kind of looking for. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying since I just went off on a crazy rant, like always. Ruben says, no, how fast the weekend goes. Yeah, I feel ya. I mean, I have a weird life. So it's not the same for me. But it will be soon, because the kids will be in school, and then the weekends will be different. But right now, it feels all the same to me. Kids are off for summer, and I work every day anyway. I work for myself pretty much, so I pretty much just work every day. But I can do whatever I want. But I feel ya, because I used to do that, and it sucked. The weekend, like Sundays, you guys know how it is. Sunday, you got to go back to work on Monday morning. Sunday just sucks, even like the Sunday morning, because you're like already thinking about the next day. Like, man, I got to go back to work tomorrow. This sucks. How's it already Sunday morning, dude? And then it's Sunday night, and you're like, oh my god, got to go back to work tomorrow, dude. Sucks. Back to the grind. Like, the only good time is, like, Friday night, Saturday morning. Those are your days off. Saturday and Sunday are your days off. The only good times is, like, Friday night, Saturday morning. Otherwise, you're already thinking about work again. Like, can't party too hard on Saturday night because I'm getting older. And it takes me, like, 2 days to recover. So, for real, I can only party on Friday night because then I have 2 days to recover. If I do like a keg stand and a line, takes me like 3 days to recover. Iron Man says, how many gaps have you done this weekend? I don't know. How many have I done on this new account? If I had to guess, I could probably tell you by my vault keys for real, because you get like 20 per. So I can go tell you. Hold on a sec. It's pretty predictable. If you go look at your vault keys and you divide it by like 20, it'll tell you how many you did. Let me check that out for you. Let's get this boss chest. Okay. If you guys have any questions about the game or want me to talk about the game, let me know. Otherwise, my mind will just wander and say whatever I want to say. As usual. Per usual. Alright, so I have 146 vault keys. So we divide that by 20. I've done like 7. I've done 7 gaps or so. Maybe 6, maybe 8. I've done between 6 and 8 Nomapaloozas on this new account. And I'm confident in those numbers. 6 to 8. And then on my main account, I've been I'm trying to wrap this new account up. So, for real, me playing the new account is not really harming my main account, because the sooner I get done with the new account, the sooner I'll be back full-time on my main account. So, I don't even feel bad about ignoring my main account this weekend, because in 2 weeks from now, it's going to be the only account. But yeah, let's do a gap now. Catch up in the chat, though. Anita is here. Professor says, looking forward to seeing Puzzle Quest 3. It's gonna happen. Unless something weird I can't guarantee it 100%, but I am planning on playing Puzzle Quest 3 is how I'm gonna say it. In about 2 weeks, maybe 3, I'm planning on playing Puzzle Quest 3. The only thing that would stop me is if I go to download it and it doesn't let me download it, or if I go to try to put it on OBS and it doesn't let me record it, or something strange like that is the only way I wouldn't play Puzzle Quest 3. Anita says, lurking because I'm cooking on the grill today. What do I... Hamburgers, hot dogs, some corn. What are you cooking on the grill? Some pork chops, some steak, a baked potato. Mark says, dang, Anita, you and your food talk send me some. Me too. Sana's lurking, also must grind verses. Anita says, what you want, chicken? Ooh, chicken. Bacon on the grill? Iron Man says, I need Baz to beat some bones. Tss. Anita says, 3 types of meat and plenty for you to come and get. Freddy. Mark needs Freddy. Ruben says that stuff on your lip got some stuff on your lip. Professor, you have a man bun? Hey. I think that's better than a ponytail. I mean, it's called a ponytail. You want that? I don't know. Maybe you can get some pigtails next. I've done the braids before. I think braids look cool, but like I don't want no like ponytail or pigtails. You'll never see me doing that. Allie says Baz must be a sneaky peeper stalker, never shows up. He's just sneaking around your house, peeping through the blinds. Vault rant. Allie says PlayStation, I am usually up all night because I like... Or wait. P.S. I'm usually up all night because I like the quiet plus year and years of Graveyard Shift. Yeah, if it's like your routine, for sure. When to do Kingdom Trials, right? We're going to try that. I always thought it was a good idea, like super early. It used to be called Challenges. And I always thought the first one was good because you get souls. And that was a good idea at a certain point. We were like level 20, level 25-ish, and I remember someone suggesting that we do the first trial because it gives you like 500 souls. And that was a great idea for that time, but eventually you see me with 750,000 souls, and now it's not like the rewards you get from the trial, like the first trials, aren't that great. You get like some glory. Like there is a couple things. I think there's diamonds in there somewhere, but it's like the work you have to do to get the amount isn't that great. But we could try. Maybe we could get all the trials done, like all the basic ones done or something like that. That way we're at the epic trials in every kingdom. That might be a good goal. That will take a long time though. That's 38 kingdoms and we got to do like 10 or something. That's I don't know. That's a good thought like a good thing to mention though. I appreciate it. So I'll think about that. Satan says, I am a beautiful baked potato myself. Quiet845 says, what determines your home kingdom? It's always been that Whitehelm is the best. It's never changed because Whitehelm will give you pure glory, and glory can be changed into any other resource. So it's just do Whitehelm and keep it on Whitehelm. It's been like that since forever. Every new kingdom that comes in, we're like hoping it's something better, but it's never been something better. You don't want to split it between like souls and gold or glory and souls, or you don't want just pure gold. I know you think you do, and I know you don't want just like pure souls. I know you think you do, but glory is good for the from level 1 to level 3000. Glory is good, and then glory can be changed into gold, it can be changed into souls, it can be changed into troops, it can be changed into gems. It's just like the best, it's the most versatile resource, and you can never have enough of it. It can be changed into trait stones. Like it's just really good, and you get pure glory from Whitehelm. So every other kingdom you get like a little bit of gold and a little bit of souls, or pure gold. You can get 1,000,000 gold with glory. You can get gems with glory, you know? So, glory's the best way to go, so make Whitehelm your home kingdom and never change it. New move, Apple Juice Fun. Thank you so much, Mark. The old challenges were nice, I know. And then there was something else about them, right? I think it was just the souls. Like, you get a bunch of souls by just doing the first fight in 38 different kingdoms. But, like, right now, I don't feel like, with this many, I don't feel like I need to do that. You want some cheese or sour cream, Santa? Quiet? Yep. That's just the way it is. It's like one of those things where it doesn't even depend. A lot of things in this game, I gotta say, it depends where you're at, if you should craft this mythic or not craft it, or if you should get this new mythic or not get it. But as far as Whitehelm being your home kingdom, that's something for 100% of the player base. Just like joining a guild as soon as possible, and continuing to join better and better guilds, just like turning it up to 4 times speed as soon as possible, Whitehelm being your home kingdom is like a 100% sure thing that everybody should do. All right, let's go. It's time for a gap. We have 5 of those bad boys. So, and we're going to go right to where we were, so it's okay. We'll do that. Let's make sure we have a timer this time. We got, I'm at 10:26. So at 10:41, it'll be over. Lots of clicking. And we did not make any mistakes. Good job, me. All right, so what I've been doing with this Rowan team is clicking on Leprechaun, but then staring at my Rowan. So right here, I'm staring at Rowan to make sure she doesn't get full mana off, like, just random matches or whatever. That's not happening as much since I changed off a Doomsayer, but, you kind of click on Rowan, you're prepared to cast it, but you look at your Rowan. Make sure it doesn't fill up on its own. And then once you're sure it didn't fill up on its own, you click the Leprechaun. So I was having trouble early with that. Like, Rowan would fill up on her own, and I would cast Leprechaun anyway, which was a waste of time. So now I'm looking at Rowan while I'm waiting to cast Leprechaun. That way, if she fills up, I can just, like, click out of it and go click her instead. 4 times speed is definitely necessary. I had a commenter saying that it's not necessary, and I was, like, baffled. It's the only time I've ever heard somebody say that. It's pretty crazy. I don't even know what to compare that to. Like, making yourself stay on the normal speed when every single other person in the game is on 4 times. Like, I don't know what to compare that to. That's pretty crazy. That's like everybody else is walking around on 2 legs and you like hop around on 1 leg for some reason. I don't know. Or how about this? How about this? When you're a baby, right, you crawl. You crawl everywhere because you don't know how to walk yet. So leaving it on the normal speed would be like just crawling for your entire life. Like, I don't need to walk. Why is everybody else walking? I mean, I came into this world crawling. I'm just going to keep crawling everywhere. I'm like 16 years old crawling. 36 just crawling. You know, just going to keep crawling. It's the only thing I can think of that would be similar. If you leave it on the normal speed on this game, you might as well just crawl. Just crawl everywhere. Don't even walk. Just never stand up and walk on 2 legs. Just crawl. That'd be like defending that. Yeah, I'll just crawl everywhere, you know. I was crawling when I was a baby. You might as well crawl when I'm an adult. Why would I change? Might as well just keep crawling everywhere, you know. Even though everybody else in the entire world is walking on 2 legs. Like, I know everybody else in the world is on 4 times speed. And when I'm doing like a leaderboard and I'm trying to actually win the leaderboard, I'm on normal, I'm crawling. I'm in a race. I'm going to enter the race and I'm going to crawl. Just going to crawl everywhere. At work, I'm crawling. I don't know why I got fired. I'm going to crawl at work. I'm going to crawl. I'm not even going to drive. I'm just going to crawl. I'm going to crawl everywhere all the time. Just because when I was a baby I crawled. That's why. Why would I ever change? Just leave it on normal speed. That's fine. I mean, it'd be like you crawl everywhere all the time. You never stand up and walk. Every single other person in the game is on 4 times. You're just making yourself, like, worse than everybody else. You're going 4 times slower. I had a commenter talking about Treasure Hunt and how awesome it is. Like, what are you talking about, dude? About how many... I'm doing it wrong, and you can get this many gems in an hour, but... How do you... It's not good. Just, like, stop doing that. You see how many gems I'm getting right now? My response to that guy was, you know, keep doing whatever you want to do. It's a game, right? You can hump the wall. You can look at the grass. You can sit on the toilet and Duke Nukem. You can do whatever you want. It's a game, right? So play Treasure Hunt all you want. Don't matter to me. I don't care. You can waste your time. Even if you are getting a certain amount of gems, you're not getting anything else done at all. You know? Like, when I'm doing this Vault event right now, I'm getting hero experience, I'm getting class experience, I'm getting a trait stone, I'm getting a class weapon, etc. When you're in Treasure Hunt, you're not doing nothing. You're just playing an entirely different game. It's not even the same. So just like if you're playing Treasure Hunt, just act like you're playing an entirely different game. You're not even playing Gems of War. You might as well be playing Tetris or Candy Crush or Duke Nukem. I said, my response was, what did I say? I said something like, I don't know, I'm blanking at the moment. I don't know, basically just keep doing, like, do you whatever you want. I have to show people, here's what I said. All I said was I show results on the screen, and then I just tell people how I got those results. If you got them a different way, you know, that's cool for you, but, you know, I have a channel. I'm just like, here's how I did what I did. And it wasn't through Treasure Hunt at all. I never did it. 0 times. I think it's stupid, and it sucks. And if you want to have everything that I have, then do what I'm telling you to do. Like, the reason you don't have Stellaryx, the reason you don't have Zul'Goth, you know, the reason you don't have all this cool stuff that you're probably on the forum complaining about is because you're sitting there doing treasure hunt and then defending it and telling me how awesome it is. And all I'm saying is, look at my account. You don't even have to agree with me or anything. Just look at my account. If you want this stuff, I'm telling you this is how I did it. And you can either do the same or not. You don't have to do what I say. That's all there is to it. Especially my main account. Like, I have this, right? I have 25 million gold. Here is how I got 25 million gold. I'm explaining. This is how you do it. Here, this is how I have over 10,000 gems all the time, or however many I have now. I don't know. I have 14,000 gems or something. Here's how I have that many gems. And this is what I did. I'm just telling you exactly how I did it. I'm not keeping any secrets or anything. Right? I have every troop in the game, and this is how I did it. I have this many gems. This is how I did it. I have this much gold. This is how I did it. I have this many souls. This is how I did it. I have Stellaryx. I have Diamantina. I have Zul'Goth. I have CT. I have I have everything. This is how I did it. This is how I easily get Epic Trials done and have every single pet fully ascended from Epic Trials. This is how I have almost every delve done on 500 Pure Faction. This is how I have so many kingdoms at level 20. Right? And that's all I'm doing. I'm explaining how I got that done. If you want to do the same, maybe follow the advice. If you don't, then do your own thing. Hump a wall, look at the grass, whatever you're doing. It's fun. Fine. It's a game. You could talk lovingly to the gnomes. You know, run a Gnomapalooza, then just never fight the fight and just talk lovingly to the gnomes. It's a video game. You can do whatever you want. You can just stare into their eyes and speak sweet nothings in their ear. It's a game. You can do whatever you want. Play treasure hunt. Leave the gnomes up on the screen until the timer runs out and just talk crap to them or something. Like, it's a game. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying this is how I did it. And if you would like to also, you know, have Stellaryx and have 5 out of the 6 Sentinels and have a bunch of Kingdoms on 20 and be in a top 15 guild, and, you know, if you want to do, like, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you just want to play treasure hunt all day. That's fine. It's a game. So you don't have to take the advice. Nobody ever has to. Nobody's forcing you. I'm not tying you up to a chair and putting you into a jigsaw trap and saying, hey, you have to do exactly what I do. Never. If you play treasure hunt, ooh, I'm going to suck your eyeballs out with a vacuum. I never said that. All I said was, hey, this is what I got. Hey, this is how I got it. You can take the advice if you want. You can take some of the advice, and then you can get some of the stuff. Do whatever. I'm not stalking everybody around and making sure you're doing your dungeon every day and playing the Vault event right. Not going after pets. I'm not going to pop up. If you play treasure hunt, I'm not going to pop up in your mirror and jump out at you. I'm not going to be the ring on your TV. I'm not going to, like, be peeking through your window like Baz. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to kick down your door and clothesline you out of your office chair because you're doing a pet during a Vault event or treasure hunt when you should be doing something else. Because that's part of the thing. Like, you're doing treasure hunt when you should be doing something else, most likely. Like, man, why don't I have... how come I never get any Sentinels, man? Hey, look, I just made a silver bag. I just got a safe. I got a safe. I got too many coppers on the bottom. I got too many... Look, I got 1 gem from that treasure hunt. That treasure hunt only took me 5 minutes and I got 1 gem. If you add that up times 20, I can get 20 gems an hour. But how come I don't have any Sentinels at all? And I don't have Stellaryx? How? That's not fair. I don't know, dude. Huh. That's a brain buster right there, buddy. I don't know. It's strange. I mean, you do play treasure hunt. You should have Stellaryx and Sentinels because you do play treasure hunt an awful lot. And I don't... It's not fair, bro. I don't get it. There's no way that those two correlate at all. No way, Jose. You know, you chase them pets every time they pop up during a Vault event. You're playing treasure hunt like every day for 30 minutes. You got... Well, I don't know why you don't have Stellaryx or Zul'Goth or Sentinels or nothing. I don't know. You think you would, playing so much treasure hunt and doing so many pet rescues? You think you would have Stellaryx and Zul'Goth and Sentinels. I don't get it. It's weird. That's strange. You should go complain on the forums, man. I think you should. Go complain on the forums. Maybe they'll change it. They'll say, hey, you know, put a bug report in. Probably put a bug report in on that one, I would say. I've been playing treasure hunt all day, and I didn't get no Sentinels. Bug. That's a glitch. It's a bug and a glitch right there. Because you're supposed to. Because treasure hunt is the best all the time. Not like you could just take more tributes and get the same amount of gems or something. That's not true. It's not true. There's no way. No way. You can't just, like, set a timer and take more tributes and get more gems than if you did treasure hunt. There's no way you could do something that inactive. And like, you know, because I'm actively doing treasure hunt for hours and getting like 40 gems. But it's not like I could do something inactive, like set a timer and take more tributes and get the same amount of gems. That's not true. That's stupid. You're a dummy. I like to waste my time. It's fun. Wasting my time is fun. It's my favorite hobby. And then number 2 is complaining on the forums and putting in bug reports about how come I don't have Stellaryx. I play treasure hunt all day. Bug report right there. Everybody's going to agree with me on that one. I can't wait. I'm going to get some hearts. I'm going to get like 14 hearts. Because everybody else agrees about the treasure hunting Stellaryx. I'm going to go treasure hunt me some Stellaryx and some Sentinels right now. Maybe I can get a starry pet, some shiny troops. Treasure hunting. Yeah, boy. You see how, like, you can get none of that? Stupid. You might as well just set a timer and get more tributes. If you're playing treasure hunt. You can go play a different game. You can go play a different game. Be the same thing. That's what I'm saying. I'll go play EverQuest for an hour, set a timer, collect a tribute. Now I just played treasure hunt. Yeah. I'd rather be, like, doing something else. If I'm gonna play Gems of War, I'd rather be playing, like, PvP, getting gold marks, getting some books or something, or, you know, progressing further in the underworld, or maybe doing epic trials or something like that, or doing my guild event, not coming in last place. Something like that instead of treasure hunt. Just the guy who decided to defend it in the comments that I'm talking about. If you want to play treasure hunt every once in a while, like for fun, like that's fine. Just like getting a pet every once in a while during the VOD event. I'm not like a crazy maniac that's gonna kick down your door and power bomb you on your bed because you're doing treasure hunt or a pet. It's fine in moderation. All right, we're done with our gap. Yeah, the guy in the comments for that one. You can't tell some people, man. Like, they like touching the hot stove. It feels good. It's warm. It makes my hand feel hot. I like that. I like to burn my hand. It feels good. Well, you probably shouldn't do that, man, because you're hurting your hand and it's pain. And, like, every time you touch the stove, it's going to be hot and it's going to burn you. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Is stove hot? Feel good, dummy. Well, you know, I can only tell you so many times, bro. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, tell you 50 times not to touch the hot stove, dude. So I'm going to tell you this one time. You can take the advice if you want. Look at my hand. Look, it's not burnt. Look. Look, you know how I did that? I didn't touch the hot stove. That's how. Well, I like to touch the hot stove. The comment. Hot stove fun. Comment. Click. You dummy. Alright, let's see what y'all were saying. My gap is done. Nah, I'm not leaving the game, Ruben. This is just the new account is over soon. I'm letting you know way ahead of time. I'm going to dump all my gold into the guild before I leave, you know. I'm going to be given the required mount for a couple weeks before I leave. I'm just giving notice right now. It's my 2-week notice. A 2-week notice to y'all for my new account. I'm giving you a 2 weeks notice, right? I'm quitting the new account in 2 weeks. Here's my 2-week notice right now, today. So 2 weeks from today, it'll be my last stream for the new account. 2-week notice. Better if it's homemade. Rydia says Mark will. Don't forget, it's either he streams or we all move next door to his house and have Gems of War party every day. Allie says we start off crawling and end up crawling. Enjoy the walking while you can. Saint says if somebody is asking how it's going instead of just hanging, will you just say crawling around? Professor says, gotta run. I'll watch later. Girl day here too. Duck breast, sweet corn, shishito peppers. Goody two shoes, # best crawler. Crawl like an inchworm. Treasure hunt is awesome. Trust me, bro. Satan says so. Rydia says, we're all secret pirates hunting treasure. Satan got his 4th cosmic dragon from treasure hunt. Classic says, my message didn't seem to go through. Try this again. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I didn't see it. That's weird. Now I do, though. Maybe it did. My signal is not so good. Yeah, like, hey, don't let me stop you, like, from having fun. I'm just I don't want everybody playing Treasure Hunt for every day for hours. So I go super hard about it. Second time's the charm, classic. Goody says, my guy, you sound perplexed this morning. Who does the Cine Squad have to run over with the poop train? I sound perplexed. Allie says, I do that too, but I have 2,000 vault keys. I can do what I want. That's true. That's true. Tyrion, Supernova, Nova, Allie, if you guys already have like everything in the game, do whatever you want to do. It's kind of like when you're rich and you just like buy a Lamborghini yacht and you wear boat shoes all the time and you just like, that's like Allie, Supernova, Tyrion. They're on their Lamborghini yacht wearing boat shoes. You know, they can do whatever they want to do. They don't have to listen to me. So Ruben says, I feel you, bro. I'm 46, look 21, but feel 75. Rydia says, what kind of pet? Iron Man says, in opening 5 Gym Dragon eggs, I only got 1 duplicate. Diamantina gonna take forever. Allie says, by the way, love Cine for teaching me to play right. I have my things because of the rules. Tyrion says, don't be giving out my secrets, Cine. I told you those in confidence. Anita says, if I'm doing a treasure hunt, I'm for sure asleep. NOA21386 says, hey, is Pan worth crafting this week? Are there any teams that use it? No, he's probably the worst craft this week. The best craft this week is Flaming Oni. But you should most likely save your diamonds for something better altogether. That's what my new account is doing right now. I have enough diamonds to craft a mythic right now on this new account, and I only have like 5 mythics total, and I'm not crafting any of them because I can wait. There's better ones to come. They will be in there, and I'm going to wait for a top 10, you know? But Pan is probably the worst one in there. Just does damage. That's it. It does damage, then it turns over, and the enemies are still standing there. So, it's not, he's not going to kill all the enemies. He does nothing after he does this damage. I don't even know if he hits all 4 enemies. I forget. He's not good. But don't craft it. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Allie says, Pan is only worth crafting if you have 20k diamonds, right? Can Grim Caldero. Hey, Cynical and gamers of old and new, have a great day. You too. Rydia says, any mythic can always check their home kingdom to see if you need it for a power level, but it's not necessary otherwise. I have a list of mythics that always help. Yeah, I got like the top 20 or the first 20 or the top 10. There's tons of them out there. I used to do pre-recorded videos all the time. So if you search my channel, you can find pretty much anything you need. And it's probably, it doesn't have to be a live stream. Like I used to do pre-recordeds all the time. Rydia says, sleep treasure hunting, you'd come back to the game with like 2,000 more resources and you only had to sleep to get it. Goody says, man, somebody poked Cindy's rant button today. I haven't heard this. The dentist rant of 23. Hey, we're doing a freaking vault event, man. There's only so much to say. It's a gift. I have a gift of ranting. The Baz gnome is hiding. You can't seem to find him. Gotta learn the Baz summoning dance. Send me some Freddies in the mail. Goody says that's hilarious to imagine Cindy busting in and power bombing random citizens. Do Puzzle Quest 3 for your birthday, Allie. Is it the 24th? Is it the 24th? I'm trying to remember. It's funny. Open 4 eggs. Still only have 2 dragons. Don't we love this game? Oh man, oh man. Allie, when is your birthday? I think it's the 24th. Rydia says, when it comes to opening eggs or chests to get something I need, it's a love-dislike situation, but I'll always keep playing. Allie said the 24th. I was right. Frank is here. Anita will send you some food for your birthday. She is the Gems of War chef. For sure. And on the train, cooking. Cooking food on the engine. You know you can do that. You can like drive around and cook a baked potato or something on your engine. Then it only tastes like engine like a little bit. It only tastes like oil and coolant a little bit. And smoke. Like, not good smoke. Weird smoke. Taste this weird smoke, dude. Alright, let's see what we got. We now have 156 vault keys. That is nice. We still have 4 gaps. Went over that 2 million gold mark if I wasn't already there. I forget. I think I was, though. Ooh, we almost have enough Dragonite to open another egg. That'll probably happen before we end this new account playthrough. Open another egg. Cursed Runes, we're almost to level 20 in the Soul Forge. Got a lot of keys I need to open. I'm just not doing it today because Vault Event's more important. Orbs. This is a thing here. I did something that you shouldn't do, and I probably won't even tell you, but it's because my account has an end date, and I don't even want to mention it because I don't want anybody out there doing it, but I did something for this account because I know it's ending soon. So, you can probably guess in the chat what I did. And it's funny because it involves something I tell y'all not to do. But this is a special situation where my account is ending in a couple weeks. So I don't have to look ahead as long as a normal person would have to look ahead. So I used a resource I shouldn't have used on something I probably shouldn't have used it on, type of deal. Alright, so should we run another gap or should we verse hunt? What do you guys think? Let's see what our trait stones are doing. How's our trait stones looking? Got 8, 12, 10, 7, 6, 8, 6. Alright, so maybe we switch to this one. It's one of the lowest. Anita did that with an 18-wheeler when he used to drive one. Ironman says, no one told me when you cross level 1000 that the PvP totally changes and starts letting you play teams with a score of like 20k plus, right? We were kind of talking about that yesterday, where if you have the time, you should do some PvP as a beginner, because the fights are so much easier. It's a good thing to be doing, like when you're done with everything else. If you want to grind, PvP is a good spot. It's like always been a decent spot to grind. It's definitely better than doing treasure hunt. I'd rather see a person grind out an hour of PvP than an hour of treasure hunt, for sure. So once you get everything else done for the day, like you got your XP booster done, your dungeon done, your adventure board done, your City of Thieves 3 times a day done, your guild event done, your daily event done, all your quests done, yeah, then you would start looking at maybe grinding some PvP for sure. That will happen too. I'm not even saying it sarcastically. Like, there will be days where you just want to play more and you're looking for something to grind, and PvP is a good choice. So what else are you gonna do? I think that's like the best choice, really. Unless you're gonna go like, yeah, I mean, you already did your 3 sigils in the underworld, so it's not like you're gonna do that. Plus, that's not infinite anyway. That's not really grindable. It used to be Explore 12, but now it's PvP probably. I mean, you could do some Underspire maybe before you do PvP. Do your torches, but that's not infinite either. Like, what's the infinite grindable in Gems of War that you would do after everything else is done for the day? I think it's PvP these days. Used to be Explore 12. Because in Explore 12, you could continuously get tokens and get a bunch of medals, and then you always had to, like, elite gold mythics and stuff like that, so you could never get, like, enough medals. But nowadays, we get so many orbs that you don't really need to do that anymore. You can just orb mythics through the Underspire. You can orb an entire mythic every week. So you can do 4 mythics to elite gold every month via just the Underspire. And then you're also doing Vault Event, getting a bunch of orbs. And just like guild events give you orbs. So I don't really feel like there's a need. And If you, especially like even your globals. I used to say globals. Like you need to do Explorer 12 at least a little bit. Like my whole thing was like Explorer 12 is now something we don't need to do anymore. And I think I've even proved it more through this new account because I have like medals. I don't need medals right now. Not that bad. I could use like one more Nisha, I guess, but I'm not sweating it for real. I could buy. I have 4,000 gems right now. If a Nisha pops up from the merchant, I could buy it. And it's gonna pop up while I'm verse farming, which is better than doing Explorer 12. Explorer 12 takes longer too. Like, you're not gonna get as many merchants, angels. Just the way the game is now. Like, the game has gone through many different phases. If you played the game 5 years ago, you would still be soul farming. You would be gold farming, soul farming. Like, that's what they did 5 years ago when everything else was done for the day. You would sit there and gold farm or soul farm. You know, like 5 years ago. Maybe even 4 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, when we stopped gold farming and soul farming, we started doing Explore 12. That was our grindable. You know, hunting down those tokens. Getting those global medals. Maybe trying to elite gold mythics. You would do Explore 12. That was your grindable. That was 2 or 3 years ago. But nowadays, it's more like PvP is the grindable. If you're going to keep going and going and going and going for hours and hours, if it's not a vault event, like we're talking like a random Tuesday, random Wednesday, you already did everything else for the day. These days, the grindable is PvP. You should no longer be doing Explore 12 as your grindable. You should no longer be doing gold farming or soul farming as your grindable. Go do PvP. Because what else is there? Everything, nothing, you can't do anything else infinitely. You can do PvP infinitely if you want to. You get tons of gold, you'll get tons of gold marks and silver marks and VP, and it's the place to be right now for sure, I would say. The only other thing you could do is maybe like explore 1 and try to hunt for merchants and angels, and but that's like hard. It's not going to happen the way you want it to happen. PvP is more of a reward you more. Like you'll get something more often. I did use some orbs, you're right, Iron Man. I did a no-no, I know. Goody says, was it making sure defending troops are set up as annoyingly as possible? Another rant of 23. Yeah, that used to be a thing. The sweaty wrestler teams, they're no longer... They got rid of the sweaty wrestlers. Nah, I didn't use a power orb. That'd be a big no-no. I don't think there's ever a good reason to use a power orb on, like, a troop. I have never done that ever. Like, one time ever. On any account. I think that's a big no-no. Like, never a good time to do that. Like, when would be the time? When would you use a power orb on a troop? Because, like, doesn't a power orb, like, fully ascend, fully trait, and fully level a troop? When would be the time to do that? If you have a mythic, it does not need to be ascended. So you're already, like, taking one of those things off. If you have a legendary, you only need, like, 6 copies. So it's not really worth it to use a power orb on a legendary. If you're doing an epic, like... How useful is that epic that you're going to waste a power orb? I guess if you have like an overabundance of power orbs and you just don't know what to do with them, but you never know when they're going to add another CT or something. You kind of just save them up. Kind of like shiny keys and event keys, you just save them up, never use them. Did we pass this? Nope. Yeah, we went way over. What am I doing here? How'd we get that far over? I thought we were... Anyway. Let's go run a gap, I guess. I've just been talking. Alright, we're about to run another one here. Rydia says iron and the VP points you get per battle lower. A level 500 player can play less battles than you and pass you. Yeah, I've seen that on the forums. A lot of people saying that kind of stuff. Like they'll show screenshots of where they played this many battles and this person only played this many, but they got way more VP than them because they're lower level or whatever. Yeah, it's not super fair. Anita says, I cook just about everywhere I go, I guess. Iron Man says, I find it the opposite. The VPs in awarded have gone up after passing 1,000. Satan says, PvP for gnomes, treasure for smart people. Iron Man says, I've been grinding PvP to level my immortals. That could happen if you get some of those goals done and get some burning marks and open some chests. Dinner at Anita's house. Let's have a birthday party for Allie and Mark at Anita's house. Santa says, after I finish with daily, I go to sleep if there is nothing to do. Right? Same here. I'm not saying I grind or anything. I'm just saying if you want to. The right thing to do is probably PvP. Anita says, come on, everything is on the grill except veggies and garlic bread. Brady says, woot woot, coming right over, but I'll bring something, whether a dessert or some meat veggies. Anita says, for some reason, my husband thinks when you cook out for dinner, you have to do it like on the show Dallas. Mark will bring the beer in an empty stomach. Goody says, did they Vanoxia build ever change since last year? I mean, with Vanoxia, I usually go with either like Takshaka Vanoxia or Queen Beatrix Vanoxia or like Shagarath Vanoxia. It's usually the combos I do. You can even do double Vanoxia if you want. Those are most of the common pairings because they go together pretty good. Like you can make blue for Queen Beatrix with Vanoxia, and you can make the green. They both make the green, right? So they can loop. And then with Takshaka, it's green and blue, right? Something like that. And then and they're both from the same kingdom and all that stuff. Shagarath, they're both doing true damage, and Shagarath uses blue, Vanoxia makes blue. So those are most of the pairings you do with Vanoxia. Anita says he bought 14 pieces of chicken, 4 brochetta, and 10 half slices of bacon. Quiet says, is it good to class level during a vault event? Yes, especially if you don't have Ironhawk. If you're using Rowan like I'm doing right here on this new account, definitely level a class or get the class weapons or get a trait stone or do all 3. Pizza time! Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Later, Chad. Have a good day, man. Thank you so much for being here. Cyanide C-bomb. Yeah, I didn't do the power orb thing. Tyrion says I have 300 power orbs, 4 of each power orb troops, and will never use a power orb on any troop. Only boss troops, says Pizza Time. Iron Man says when I get a 15 million double XP, or a 15-minute double XP, I do Explore 1 grinding to get levels fast. I'm getting like a bunch of texts. Hold on a sec. Alright. It's about us moving, so I'll answer it when I'm done with the stream. It's fine. Iron Man only uses orbs for traits? Yeah, it depends. There are good strategic usages of orbs sometimes. Like, I don't know, maybe Queen Beatrix fully trade it like immediately so you can use it in a dungeon or something. You know, if you're doing an event, like a guild event, and you have like a raid troop and you don't have enough gems to get enough copies and you want to participate and you can do a blue orb or something, or maybe bounty doing blue orbs to save gems, or There's situations where you would use them. I mean, you do use them for their purpose sometimes, but like, are you saving up to get Zul'Goth, or are you just gonna use them on troops? Like, you gotta decide that. There's like a point, just like with keys where you open every single key because you don't have any mythics. Like early game, you might use orbs on very like good troops that you need. Like Queen Beatrix is the biggest example, I would say. Or if you get a brand new mythic, you get like an awesome mythic like Ironhawk, and you don't have the trait stones, but the Vault of Innis tomorrow, and you use an orb, like now you're gonna get a ton of resources because you use that orb. So it's a good usage of the orb. There are good usages of orbs, but at a certain point you got to start like saving all of them so you can maybe try for Zul'Goth though. So you can't keep doing that forever, just like you can't just keep opening every key all the time forever. You got to figure out when that is for you. Porters is here. Trying to catch up in the chat before I run a gap here. Tyrion says power orbs take 4 of each orb to craft. You only need 1 of each orb to max a troop. The math doesn't math there. Goody says, so I know there's not a ton of people here right now, and even when there is, the best part about you as a content creator is how much you interact with your chat, Cindy, make everybody heard, and that's rare. I try, man. I know it's different, right? Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, should I be, like, not doing that? Like, I don't see other people doing that. Like, I never cared, though. I like to be myself, do my own thing. I don't care. I'm going to shout out everybody's freaking name, read every single chat. It's a live stream. Yeah. If I wanted to, I can make a pre-recorded video where I'm the only one talking and no one else can talk, and I'm the only one that matters, and I'm the only name that's said. I could do that all the time if I wanted to, but I like to live stream and talk to you guys and say your names and say what you're saying and stuff like that. I don't know, that's just me. And I watch other streams where they don't do that, and sometimes I do think maybe I should stop doing that. Maybe more people would watch if I didn't just like read every single chat. But then I say, I'm just gonna be myself. Crow says, why not do Explore 2 for the seals as long as you are grinding? Because I just want to get vault keys, and I don't care about making it harder or whatever. I mean, you could. As long as you're clearing it in one shot, like, I don't mind if you up it to, like, Explore 2. I like to make it simple, right? So I tell people there's no point of doing anything except for Explore 1 or Explore 12. And that makes it simple. Now everybody knows there's no point of doing Explore 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All you have to worry about is doing either the hardest or the easiest. The whole point of what we're doing right now is to kill enemies as quickly as possible to get vault keys. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm doing it right. If you want to do Explore 2, in every single fight, there's never a fight where the enemy survives, and it's going just as fast as Explore 1. I don't hate it. Go ahead and do that. But you're not getting, like, so much more of anything. The one only thing you might get more, whatchamacallums? Your boss chests will pop up faster, and then you will be going slower for real because you're hitting more boss chests, and it's taking more time to open the boss chest and fight the boss fight. It's just like going to 16 on all your levels. Like, I don't know here. We can look. How do I get out of here so I can change the difficulty? You don't want a boss chest. So if it goes up at all, then it's not as good. Yeah, you see this? I'm getting 3 to 6 myth stones here. I'm getting 5 to 9 here. So if we roll a 3 every time here and we roll a 9 every time here, we're getting to the boss chest 3 times faster. And you don't want that. We want to kill enemies as quickly as possible. Over and over and over and over and over with no interruption. We don't want anything else popping up on the screen at all. We don't even really want a level. We don't even really want a pet to pop up. We don't want a boss chest to pop up. We don't want a mythic to pop up, or a mimic. So we want to be killing enemies as quickly as possible over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And we want the boss chest to take longer. We don't want it to get there quicker. If we weren't doing a vault event, yeah, you'd want the boss chest to pop up quicker because that's what you're going for. We're not going for boss chests. We're going for vault keys. So the longer it takes to get to that stupid boss chest that make everything take longer and makes it annoying, and then you fight the guy survives and a mimic pops up, and then you got to click extra buttons and stuff, and it. So I recommend difficulty 1 because you know you can clear it in one shot. They'll never survive. You can replicate it over and over and over and over. And boss chests don't pop up as fast. That way you can keep going longer without having interruption. So I'm going to stick to my guns on doing a difficulty 1. If you can do 2, it's fine. Like, if you want to do 2, like, what are you really getting? You know? I'd rather have an extra vault key or 2 than, like, this 0.5 extra gold or whatever. Like, I don't care about tokens. I don't want more myth stones. Like, this is a no-no. I don't want that. Go away. It's like a vampire. I got the garlic. Go away. Get out of here. Give me 0 myth stones. So that's why I do difficulty 1. And then it makes it easier to, like, explain to people. Do 1 or do 12. That's it. All this middle junk is view farming nonsense. Do difficulty 10, one-shot it with your gold farming team. Or you can follow my advice if you want. It's up to you. Still catching up in the chat, sorry. Let's read the chat fast. Let's do it fast. Crow says, which are the best class weapons and classes to level up? The best class weapons are Essence of Evil, Reflection of Good, Shield of Erskaya, Skeleton Key, Plunder and Peril, Sin's Harvest, Fiend Fire, and Dancing Daggers. Boom! Just nailed them all. It's like Plague Lord, Archmagus, Thief, Doomsayer, Sentinel, Dervish, Diabolist, and I might have forgot one, but Goody says I was using Venoxia, Queen, and Leprechaun, I think. Forgot if Leprechaun made gold or souls or what anymore. Haven't played for quite some time. I just come to listen and interact now. Most thing you're using Leprechaun for is just like the immediate explosion to get something up to do some damage to win the fight as soon as possible, so don't worry about the gold or anything. I live in Ohio, the armpit of the United States, Iron Man. Mark says Southern Michigan, Crow, New York, Alley, North Carolina, Sauna, Netherlands. Pete's Time says even though double Stellarix would be awesome, think I'll save up for next dragon that will probably come out. Yeah. Same here, that's what I'm doing. So is Mark. Goody Two Shoes says LOL, comments in chat. Commenter now say my name. 7,000 Dragon Knight. Hot damn. Crow says Explorer 1 won't give me seals that I need for weekly guild requirements. If you're having problems getting seals, what are you doing every other day of the week? Because I'm on my new account, I get all the seals I need probably before the weekend, for real. JM Ricks is here. Just do everything I tell you to do every day, you know? Do your XP booster, do your dungeon, do your adventure board, do City of Thieves 3 times a day, play a little bit of the guild event, do whatever the event is of the day, and you should get enough seals by Sunday to have your 2,000. What's wrong with the vampires? Nothing. Alright, I caught up in the chat. Let's go. Alright, this will probably be it for the day. I can't, like, stream all day. And we'll probably just do this last gap. So, let's go. Let's see. We got... It's 11:13 on my clock, so it'll end, even though I haven't been paying attention for real, but 11:28. It's good practice just to know when it's supposed to end. Vampires won't bite you. Two Jest is here. By the way, the title is just the new account is I'm quitting the new account in about 2 weeks. I'm giving my 2 weeks notice. Today I'm giving my 2 weeks notice on this new account playthrough. So if you have anything you want to see, we got like 4 more streams after this, so you got to let me know soon. We're getting too big for our britches. We're like a mid-game player almost. We're really close, so it just is. It's over, man. It's just over with. I can't keep it going too much longer. It just won't be a new account playthrough. It's not new, and it's not beginner. I would say by the time, by 2 weeks from now, we're definitely not going to be new or beginner anymore in 2 weeks from now. So my 2 weeks notice, putting it in right now, today. We'll be back on the main account for every single stream 2 weeks from now. And we'll also be trying out Puzzle Quest 3 instead of the new account playthrough. So you're not really losing anything, you're gaining a different game. Then where we go from there, I have no idea. The only thing I've ever wanted to... I have a couple things I want to try. I don't think it's going to work. Like, I would love to play, like, old games. Like, old. Like, Double Dragon or something. But I don't know if you guys are going to watch that. But we could play it, like, one day. We could play, like, one day. Like, one Sunday on stream, I'm playing Double Dragon. Playing Streets of Rage. Playing Road Rash. Playing Mutant League Football. I don't know. Play some Mario. Just on stream like one day a week. Just play something like a retro game or something like that. But I think the smart thing to do would be to try like other games similar to Gems of War. And I don't know. It's probably not going to work. Whenever I think I have a good idea, it doesn't work. It's better for me to just fly by the seat of my pants and just put out random nonsense, because that usually gets the views. Whenever I put any kind of thought into stuff, it doesn't work. So that's how YouTube is for some reason. You can sit there with a freaking pencil and some paper and like every night for an hour you'd think of ideas. And then you could figure out an idea, and you could work on that idea for an entire week. And then you could, like, research the idea and get all kinds of good information. And then you could, like, craft the video over a few days and do good editing and all kinds of stuff. And, like, cut out all the pauses and all the ums. And you can make a perfect video, and then it just farts all over and poops the bed, and not worth it. It's so much better. You just turn on this... You start recording, you don't even know what you're going to say, and then you just start talking. And you come up with an idea right then. And then you'll get more views. That's how it's been for me anyway. Just happened with EverQuest recently. It's not even like a thing that hasn't happened. It happened 2 weeks ago. I woke up and I said, I think I'll just start recording and just talk. And I said, oh, let's rank all the classes for EverQuest. And bang, it got over 1,000 views. Which is like my barometer for success on YouTube. I would like to see at least 1,000 views. If that means it's a good video at least, right? I'll take 500 views for real. Like, that makes me feel good. About 500 makes me feel good, usually. But, 1,000, it means it was a good video. 1,000 plus. Especially when you get up in the multis, the 2, the 3, the 4s. That's a good video. And that usually the ones that get the thousands, I just sat down and just farted all over the place and just didn't even think about it beforehand. I just fired it up and started talking randomly. And then I get thousands of views. If I sit there with a pen and a paper and I research stuff and I edit and all that, I get like a 200 views or 300 views. And then you like wasted all that time. Just, I don't know. Never works for me anyway. I know there's people out there with cool videos where they work on it all month and they get hundreds of thousands of views, and it works for some people, but for me, not so much. So I'm saying the whole idea about playing games that are similar to Gems of War is probably not going to work. Just because I think it's going to work, and it's my plan right now, so it's probably not going to work. We'll probably randomly just play some random game one day on a Sunday, and then it'll blow up, and we'll have a new game. That's how it's going to happen. I'm guessing it's not going to be my plan that I've been planning for this whole time. That's not going to work. I guarantee it. The thing that's going to work is one day on a Sunday, I'll just pick a random game out of my butt, just click on by accident. I'll be in the Steam library, just accidentally click on something, accidentally download it, And then one day on Sunday, I'll have no idea what we're going to do that day. And I'll say, hey, where'd this come from? And I'll just start playing it. And I'll say, oh, might as well just stream this. I don't know what else to do. Some random anime booby game or something. And it'll get thousands and thousands of views. And it'll be a whole new thing for the channel. That's what's going to happen. I guarantee it. I don't know when. I don't know when it's going to happen. Because I can't predict, like, random success. That's how it's happened for me so far on YouTube. I just randomly do something, and then I randomly get a bunch of views. If I plan it out, if I do any kind of hard work, no thank you. Nobody wants to see that. They'd rather see me just lounging with no pants on, just cowboy hat with a cigar. You don't want to see me working hard with sweat, thinking and stuff, using my thinker, writing stuff down like a dummy. You just want the random toilet video. The random toilet video is always the banger. You just don't even think about it. Just fire it up and just start talking. Those are the bangers, right? You don't even have you're not allowed to have no forethought, no idea going into it. No. Well, technically I knew I was going to do rank the classes, but it like popped into my head on a stream on like Sunday, and then I was doing it on Wednesday with no preparation at all. I just did it. Stuff randomly pops in your head, and you just do it with no preparation. That's the stuff that works. Or you'll just, like, on Elden Ring, I was fighting this boss, and I just, like, randomly cheesed it, and it gets, like, 15,000 views. I didn't know I was gonna do that. I didn't plan ahead and do that. It just happened randomly. And those are the videos that get freaking 15,000 views or 25,000 views. Like, the ones that just happen randomly. That's what that sucks, because I can't, like, replicate it. Like, I like when it happens, and it does happen, like, every once in a while. Like, once every 3 to 4 months, like, just some random video will go crazy that I didn't put any thought into. So I can't predict when it's gonna. I just gotta keep going, and it just happens. Like, I'm doing so many, you know? If you roll the dice a lot of times, like, you're gonna hit the snake eyes one of the times. Like, I put out videos every single day, stream every single day. Well, it's bound to happen eventually, you know? 3 to 4 months, like, something's gonna hit. Just keep throwing baloney at the wall. Sometime, one of the days, it's gonna stick. That's my strat. Just keep throwing baloney at the wall. Sometimes it sticks. If I lick the baloney, if I put tape on the baloney, if I put glue on the baloney, it don't stick. But if I just throw it around my back backwards without looking, then it sticks. But I can't have any forethought at all. I'm not allowed to think about videos. I just gotta fart them on the wall. And that's when they get the views. Yeah, Puzzle Quest 3 is not going to work, but we're going to do it anyway. I know you guys will watch it, but the ultimate goal is to find another game like Gems of War, not to replace Gems of War, but to just be a sister or brother series, like another. That's all we need. We just need to double up, is it. I know that sounds like a lot, but if we could just find one game that does what Gems of War did for the channel, and then I still play Gems of War, but we also play this other game, all we got to do is double up, and this is actually a successful thing. All we got to do is find the other Gems of War, like I've been looking for 7 years. EverQuest is close, but it's like such an old game that, you know, there's... Gems of War, they add new content every week, and it's a newer game. Like, even though it's old, it's like they keep it new by adding new stuff every week, right? And then there's the people that play the game play it every day, or you're in a guild, you're doing events, like you need teams. Like with EverQuest, it's just like more like nostalgia, and there's a big world with a lot of different classes and a lot of different dungeons, so you can do a lot of content, but it's not like the other Gems of War. Like it's like a half a Gems of War for me. Like, it's a good little thing to do when I don't know what else to do, and I love playing it and it's fun and everything, but I don't think it's ever gonna be the sister or the brother. I thought I was trying. I tried it, but I don't know. So that's my plan. It's not gonna work, and I guarantee we'll play some random game one day and it will blow up. As long as I keep trying. As long as I have the will and as long as you guys still hang in there and keep me going, I bet you it'll happen one day. You gotta keep me afloat until then. It does happen. Randomly here and there, I will pop a rating. I will blow up here and there. You guys just gotta like keep me going in the down times. When I sit there and make a video and it gets barely any views, but I put a lot of work into it. That's why I quit doing that. I'm just streaming now. Just freaking fire it up and go. That's what works. Crow says I play other games like Star Trek Online and okay. Puzzle Quest 3. Retro gaming is fun. I like it. I'll play Double Dragon every day. I don't know. What's my favorite old game? I used to be the Mike Tyson's Punch-Out dude. Because I could beat Tyson. I like RPGs and horror games. And like tactical tactics. I wish there was an RPG horror tactics game. I would play it. And there probably is. Mutant League Football, baby! I love that game. Road Rash. Anything where you can beat the crap out of the opponent. Who doesn't like puzzles? I don't know. Weirdos. Weirdos playing treasure hunt. No, I was kidding. You'd watch me play an old school game? That's Satan. Ooh, Iron Man downloaded Puzzle Quest. I need to do that. Because I will be playing it. No school like the old school. Trying to read chat while I do this. Crow says, anyone else have favorite classes or suggestions for grinding? I main Thief for 7 damage to last and Gauntlet team. Elementalist is a good one to do. Titan's good to do early game for your just like beginner stuff. And then Elementalist is really good for like PvP and difficult stuff. I like Thief and I like Archer. And those are like my favorites. Titan, Elementalist, Thief, Archer. What else do I use? Slayer was nice for a while, but it's kind of out of style now. We used to do the Zul'Goth Fireblade thing. Slayer was cool. Archmagus is pretty good. Frost Mage. I would start with Titan and then do Elementalist and then do like Archer and Thief. That's probably what I would recommend. And that's if you're just trying to get them like class experience. If you want you got to get the class weapons first, because you only have to get like 250 victories to get the class weapons, which is only going to get you to like level 20 in the class. So you got to jump around it first. You kind of do as far as order of operation for like starting from the very beginning. I did Orb Weaver just because it opened first, and then I did Titan. Once Titan opened, I stopped doing Orb Weaver. And then I got Titan all the way to 100. And then I started looking at class weapons after that. So then I went to, I think it was Plague Lord to get Essence of Evil. And then I went to like Archmagus to get Reflection of Good. And then I think I went to Thief and got Skeleton Key. And like Urskaya opened last. So I probably would have got the Shield of Urskaya sooner, but it opened last. But then I got Shield of Urskaya. And then I just started getting the other ones that are decent, like Dancing Daggers, Fiendfire, Sin's Harvest. Once you have all the good class weapons, you can go and start doing like, oh, I want to do Elementalist to 100, and I want to do Thief to 100, and Archer to 100. But I think you should get all the class weapons first, at least all the good ones first, like the best 7 or so. The way now you have like some, like you're gonna use Essence of Evil, like you're going to. You're gonna use Reflection of Good probably. Skeleton Key, if you want to gold farm at any time, is a good one. Plunder and Peril is pretty good for that too. Shield of Erskaya, if you want to replace your Golden Cog, sometimes in certain situations it's better than Golden Cog for boosting Rowan, so that's important. Sin's Harvest is good until you get like the Doomed Glaive and the Doomed Crossbow and all those cool Doomed weapons. Fiendfire is a good like purple hits all enemies type of weapon. Dancing Daggers is a good yellow hits all enemies type of weapon. If you can't use like Black Manacles or Fiendfire, you have something else at least. So they have their uses, and some of them more than others, but you should get all those before you like try to level a class to 100 or whatever. But my Titan did get to 100. I kept that bad boy on for a while. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying, and then I gots to go. Jack Lack is here. Anita says I have Puzzle Quest on Steam, but not the 3 version. Maybe we'll play all the versions. I don't know. We'll see if Puzzle Quest 3 goes well. This is how you guys can control the channel, right? If Puzzle Quest 3 gets a ton of views and a ton of viewers and a ton of support, I will just keep playing it. I'll just keep playing it. If this new account playthrough got crazy support and it was super worth it, I would keep playing it. And we would do a mid-game playthrough or something. But we already kind of have our plans, and it's already kind of been not a ton of views and whatnot. So, and you guys want me to play Puzzle Quest 3 anyway, so we kind of already are done. We already put in our 2 weeks notice on this, so it's too late. But like Puzzle Quest 3, we haven't played it yet. If the first video blows up and is crazy with all kinds of support and lots of viewers and views and stuff like that, I'll keep playing it until that stops happening. Like, we could play that for the rest of the time if it kept being crazy. Like, that's... I'm not going to quit doing something if it's doing awesome. Right? So, anything, like any game that we do, that could be a thing. If Elden Ring was going nuts, I would probably still be playing it. If Final Fantasy VII Remake was going nuts, I'd just keep playing it. I would just do another playthrough. I would just find ways to keep playing it. So it's all up to you guys and like just the people watching. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep trying new things until I find that thing. Mang is Crow's favorite weapon. That's a pretty good one. It's good for like doing difficult things that you can't do otherwise, kinda. I haven't used it very much on this new account, but I did get it and I made sure to grab it so I could, if I need it, it's there. You know? It's like if you got a pistol, you're not going to use it every day, but you know it's there. And if you need it, you're going to use it. You know? That's kind of what Mang is. It's like your pistol in your nightstand. No, you're not going to take it out every day and shoot it up in the air, right? It's just there in case you need it. That's what Mang should be. Pizza Time says anime booby game. We can do that. I almost played an anime booby game. There was one that they were heavily pushing on like advertisements. I forget what it was called, but I downloaded it and everything, and I was about to try it on the channel. And then I like started playing it, and it was super like weird, and I didn't like it, so I didn't do it. Satan says the views come also depending on the game. For example, the community that game has X, Warframe, Call of Duty. See, what I need is like a Gems of War where it's underserved, but they have a certain amount of players. Like, you can't only have like 500 players. And we need like 10,000, 20,000 players that are underserved on YouTube, where the game is kind of confusing. That's how Gems of War, the beauty of Gems of War was, the devs they don't tell you, like, it's confusing when you start playing, and there wasn't like 500 streamers, and there was enough players to where you could get 10,000, 15,000 views if you did a really, really good video. Maybe over a month or two, it would end up getting like 10,000 views or something. It was happening like 2 or 3 years ago. You could. It was almost worth, like, you could just do Gems of War, but nowadays you can't. Yeah, you can't, but some people are still trying. They're out there view farming, making up stuff, telling you lies. But they're just at the end of they don't know what else to do, so they gotta lie and clickbait and stuff like that. But I think it's over with as far as like only doing Gems of War like every day and that's it. I mean, you see with Tacit, he's cutting back and people are quitting and it's still good. It's just like you gotta keep looking. There's no way you can't just only do this. It's not going up anymore at least. Mang is a good beginner weapon. Yep. Jack Lack says, I wanted to mention I play on computer too, and if you use a controller on PC, you can save a lot of time between menus because you can just spam A and X. Yeah, I play on a PlayStation, so I definitely feel you. And you can preload inputs. Mark says, Cindy, I'm down with playing a PS5 game with you. Just tell me when. Yeah, maybe we could do that. Tyrion says, Battletoads versus Double Dragon. Battletoads was hard, wasn't it? Got that freaking one where you get in the little zoomy, like, I don't know what it's called. Anita says, I'm a mouser on my computer. Two Jess says, I like the real talk and appreciate you do not try to say stupid shiz with fake enthusiasm. Non-stop rant. Peach Time says, talking about old school games and potty humor. There's a Super Nintendo game called Booger Man. Dude, I used to play that. You could fart. You know, you can fart in it. Jack says, yeah, Anita, I play with mouse on like harder battles for what Cindy is doing, just grinding. I use controller. Yeah, it's definitely the best. Controller's the best. It's the best. I just don't have one for this. I tried, and it didn't work. So, we talked about that before. Controller is definitely the best, especially for Vault Event. Two Jess says you sound like every artist. Jack says, Marvel Puzzle Quest, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. That's a good example. Crow says, anyone try Marvel Puzzle Quest? I think we need to try it. Like, that might be after Puzzle Quest 3. Like, because it's very similar, I think. I haven't tried it yet, but it's always, whenever I'm looking at Gems of War, it shows, like, Marvel Puzzle Quest 2. Like, it's in there. It's like on the screen with it somewhere. Like, hey, here's another game you might like. Jack says it's really good. They do stuff every week in Marvel Puzzle Quest every week. Hey, that might be the next one. I don't know. Is there a bunch of streamers out there doing it? Is it a YouTube thing? I'll have to look it up. Marvel Puzzle Quest is also missing a dedicated YouTuber. Okay, okay. I might try it. I might try it. You might see that in the next 2 or 3 months. Anita says I've tried a controller on other games. I think we have to do Marvel Puzzle Quest, honestly. I think it has to be some. It doesn't have to be like after Puzzle Quest 3, but it has. I think it has to be within the first like 5 things we try, because it's another similar game to this. Anita says I've tried a controller on other games and I wind up throwing it. Santa says, good question. What is the fastest way to level up your classes? For 2 years since I actually really started to play this game, I still don't know. I always say, like, Explore 1, like what we're doing right now. I think you can technically do PvP. I don't know. PvP keeps changing. It was the fastest. I don't know if it's still the fastest or not because of the way, they changed it. But Explorer 1 is always a good choice just because of how fast. I know you only get one experience, but the way I do it is I pick a class and I just equip it everywhere. So a dungeon, adventure board, pet rescues, City of Thieves 3 times a day. Everything I'm doing all the time, I'm just using that class. That's how I level classes. I never sit there and like, oh, it's time to level my classes. I'm going to go to Explore 1 and just level a class. I'll do that during the Vault event while I'm also hunting Vault keys. I'll do that while I'm also doing Adventure Board or Dungeon or XP Booster or City of Thieves, yes. But I'm not going to just sit there and only level classes. I think it's not worth it, like, to level, like, Knight to 100. Like, maybe to get, like, Elementalist to 100. To sit there, because you're doing something valuable. You're doing a good class that's totally worth it. But if you're doing, like, a crappy, like, for Kingdom Power, like, who cares? You'll get it eventually. Like, what are you missing out on? Like a little bit of tribute or something? Who cares? You'll get there eventually. Just equip it on everything and just don't worry about it. Don't like sit there and dedicate time to grinding like class experience. Especially these days with all the things there has to be done. Like each day we have way too much to do. And you're probably better off going and farming PvP or something if you have that much time. It's kind of like the treasure hunt thing, but not as bad. I'd rather see you farming class experience than doing treasure hunt. So there's like levels to this. Treasure hunt's the worst. Farming class experience is not as bad as treasure hunt. Sana says mine was Secret of Mana on SNES. That sounds like I've never played it, but I've always wanted to. Brian says blowing up would require playing the newest, hottest game. There's a ton of competition on those. That's why it's hard. I don't want to blow up like that. I don't want to be like Markiplier or the Rad Brad or something. I just want to be able to make a decent, I want to just double what I'm doing right now. That would be cool. That'd be sweet. Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe 100,000 views a month or something, which isn't double what I'm doing right now. But I used to, let's say double what I used to do. It'd be cool to get like 200,000 views a month and, maybe have like almost 20K subscribers. And like, I'm not asking to be Mr. Beast or anything, like, or whoever, I'm probably not a good name to say right now, but not trying to be that, but like a 20K that has a good fan base that, makes enough to be able to do it every day and not have to worry about doing other things. Like I'm always worrying, like I got to get off here so I can go do this other thing. But it'd be cool to not have to worry about that, and I could stream like 8 hours a day, or 4 or 5 hours a day, or something. I just want to like double up, is all. I don't need to get millions of views. Crow says Mordheim is a horror tactics. Losing a limb is quite scary indeed. Ooh, that sounds cool. Jack says Frost Orb is good right now for Glacial Peaks event too. Yeah, that's another one. If you kept going down the line, that would be one of probably the top 10, the Frost Orb. Crow says, what is best way to farm guild requirements, seals, trophies? Just play the game properly every day. That's all you need to do. I've never, like, you can watch this new account. Like, I've never fell short of the trophy or the seal requirement. And I don't even play. Like, ask Sauna, ask Mark, ask whoever. I'm pretty sure, even when I was only playing, like, 1 day a week. I don't know. Maybe the first, like, couple weeks I did. But I've never fallen short of the seal requirement or the trophy requirement. The only thing I've not done is the gold requirement, and I just recently started doing that. I don't know how people don't meet the seal requirement or the trophy requirement. I turn that around and say, like, how are you not? Not to, like, put you down or anything, but, like, what are you doing each day? Like, let's figure it out. Because there's something wrong there. Like, maybe you're playing treasure hunt all day. You get no seals there. You get no trophies there. If you're doing, like, playing the game properly every day for the proper amount of time, you should have no problem. You should be getting it by, like, Friday. 2,000 seals and, like, unless your trophy requirement is crazy. Like, I have, like, 900 trophies, like, 2-3 days ago on this account, I think. So I'm going to get at least 1,000 or something. And the requirement's usually only, like, 2, 3, 4, 500 trophies, something like that. Trophies don't really matter too much, but some guilds want you to get a certain amount. I think my main account, they only ask for, like, 400 trophies, something like that. But you get like 2 trophies a fight sometimes, and that's 200 fights, and like you could do that many in a day or two. Na 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 na. Orc Massage, let's go. Raid Shadow Legends, maybe. I think Marvel Puzzle Quest was a good suggestion, and maybe Raid Shadow Legends. Anita says, okay, taking the last of the meat off the grill. See you guys later. Yep, tomorrow we'll be back for the new week on the main account. So Journey event teams, high, mid, and low, and the weekly preview tomorrow morning. Pretty sure. Don't hold me to that because I don't know. There might be like open house or something for school starting soon. Like, I don't know. Like, if you don't see me tomorrow, we'll do everything on Tuesday. But I gotta, I don't know. I should probably go find out. I'll let you know in the community tab if anything's not going to happen tomorrow. Jack says, if you need advice on Marvel Puzzle Quest, I got you. That's good. I probably will need advice. Professor says, still here. Yeah, I'm reading all the chat. Jack says there's a new character called Hot Pool who's based off the new Deadpool movie that came out. There hasn't been a dedicated higher like sub-count YouTuber for Marvel Puzzle Quest since this YouTuber called MPQ Mastery, and he hasn't made a video in almost 2 years. So it's a free game. I might do it. I think that's a good idea. Tyrion says Cosmic Dragon Eggs killing me. Because I think some people here like Marvel, and they also like Gems of War. That's perfect. Like, I know, like, Trey and other people like Marvel, so. Dang, Tyrion, that sucks. Professor says, pay attention those battles that count 2 categories if you are short on time, right? Crow says, what is your favorite of each category? RPG, an online game, and game of all time. RPG, what's my favorite RPG? I mean, if you do consider Dark Souls an RPG, that I guess it depends. 'Cause Dark Souls is one of my favorite from Software. It's like an action RPG. I don't know if you count that. That would be my answer because it is technically an RPG, I guess, but it's more of an action RPG. So, I mean, you have stats and you have to make a build, and there's magic and there's dragons. It's an RPG, so I'd say Dark Souls. Um, Maybe EverQuest. Online, it'd definitely be EverQuest. So online's EverQuest. So Dark Souls, EverQuest. Game of all time, it's gonna be one of those two most likely. EverQuest or Dark Souls. I do like some horror games though, like Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 4. Trying to think of something. I like Diablo. It's probably up there in my top 10. You know, even World of Warcraft. Even though I think EverQuest is better, World of Warcraft I did play a ton. I raided. So it's on my top 10 too. I know you probably some people probably think I don't like World of Warcraft, but I played it for a long time and I got max level like tier 2. I played it a lot and I do like it. It's like my top 10. So I just like EverQuest better, so I like Diablo better, but it's still up there as one of my top 10s. That's probably those are my favorite games. Any kind of Dark Souls, so Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, Dark Souls, those are my favorites. And then like EverQuest, World of Warcraft, and then like Silent Hill 2 and 4, 3 even. Those are my favorite games probably. There's some I'm probably missing though. Like I really like XCOM and Final Fantasy Tactics, and there's some I'm probably not saying that I would put on my top 10. Uh, isn't Raid pay to win? I don't know. Yeah, somebody in the chat will have to answer that one. Tyrion says, also watching House of Dragon looks like they released a Puzzle Quest type game with the Game of Thrones moniker. Pizza Time says, miss the days where dungeon was less random and people had the rooms figured out. Yeah, that was a fun time. Then people had to blast it all over the internet. Who did that? Who said perfect dungeon runs tool and all that? Who did that? It was me. Sorry. Mark loves Marvel. Iron Man 3, best movie ever. Catfish on the grill. Tyrion says, use the class for everything. A lot of dual XP when doing the dailies than regular XP doing Explorer. Right. Me too. Jack says it's pretty much identical too, but every character in Marvel is a goblin basically, and the fact that you get an extra turn after cast every ability, and each character gets 3. Wow, that's cool. We're gonna check it out. I almost promise. I almost promise. It's on my radar for sure. It's been on my radar for a couple of years. Tyrion says when you say who cares on Kingdom Power, but there are stats involved maxing classes too, because you get a stat at power level 20. I know, but you're gonna get like a freaking HP stat instead of getting saving up for Ironhawk. You're gonna get a HP stat. U7 says what Diablo? Let's go! Yeah, I like Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3. Like I like them all. I haven't played the 4 though. Crow says play Dark Souls. I'll watch for sure. Have you tried Path of Exile? I just got done playing Elden Ring right before this new account playthrough, and you know we had some boomers, but a lot of them were busts. So it was really hit or miss. It's one of those games like you guys were saying, like the top people are playing it, so why would they watch me? We got to find something like Marvel Puzzle Quest, you know, where the freaking top YouTubers aren't playing it. Tim is here, by the way. Jack says Silent Hill is getting a remake, so you're in luck. And once again, there's going to be like way too many of the top people playing it. You know, you're going to see like Bakba Soup and, you know, everybody like that playing it. Probably even like Markiplier and all the big YouTubers. Like if I kept playing it, maybe like past the, you know, when it comes out. Final Fantasy Tactics, let's go. Ali says, Cindy going through chat is way better than name mentions rolling on the screen. Yeah. Get the red mention. Ah, let's get them. You guys can tell me how to play. The chat controls the game. Alright, y'all. I gotta go. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below, and I will see y'all next time, which is tomorrow, hopefully. Remember, I don't know. School is starting soon. How many days we got left? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and like half of today. Are we really only got 3.5 days left? Oh my goodness, we're almost out of it. We're almost out of hell. And it's not because of my kids, it's because of everybody else's kids. I'll keep my, my kids can stay home every day because they're good kids. And they don't bother me, but it's just everybody else's kids that bother me. Especially the ones with bad parents that just let diaper babies run around by themselves. You know? So I can't wait till back to school, back to school. It's my favorite holiday. But we might have like an open house we have to go. Like that's my life. I guarantee open house is at like 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, and I better go figure that out like right now. So I'm just telling you, it's probably gonna happen, and then we'll just have to stream on Tuesday instead. But I'm hoping we're streaming tomorrow, Journey teams, high, mid, and low, and weekly preview. But if not, that means I probably have open house. I gotta go do that, and then we'll do it on Tuesday. It is what it is. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Thanks for joining me today. Can Grim, Caldero, Sauna, Crow, Pizza Time, Iron Man, Quiet, 845, Jack Lack. We got Pizza Time, we got Anita, we got Iron Man, we got Jack, we got Crow, we got Ali Bandy, we got U7 Tim in the house. Crow, Jack, Ali, Sauna was here. Baldur's Gate. Ooh, that's another one, man. Just like you said about Secrets of Mana, I always wanted to play Baldur's Gate too, and I never did. I need to play The Witcher. I need to play Baldur's Gate. I need to play Secret of Mana. Like, there's a lot of games we could play that I've never played before that I want to play, but I just don't think it would get the views and stuff. But hey, maybe for like a one-off on a random Sunday, we could try it. Tyrion Jack Ruben was here today, aka a self-sufficient 100. Pizza Time, Crow, the Professor. We got Jack, we got Professor, we got Sauna, we got Mr. Z, Dr. Captain, Professor, Chef, Zucchini, Junior, Senior, MD, PhD, CPA. A. Brian Walker, Satan, aka Santa. Depends how I'm feeling when I say the name. Anita, Jack, Crow, 2 Jest, Pizza Time, Anita, Tyrion. We got Crow, we got Anita, we got Jack, we got Crow, we got Santa. We got Rydia, 2 Jest, Mark Nugent, JM Ricks. We got Crow, we got JM Ricks, we got Goody, 2 Shoes. Iron Man, Crow, Pizza Time, Goody, Rydia, Tyrion, Allie, Porters, Iron Man, Goody, Chad the Clip Bomb, Quiet was here. I like Quiet. Frank was here today. We got Allie. We got Satan. We got Can Grim Caldero. Goody Rydia. Noah or NOA was here. Classic EverQuest. And it won't let me go back any further, but I remember that Sauna and Mark were here first, so shout out to that. And back to the bottom in case you guys have anything to say. It won't let me do it. I have to scroll. It takes forever. Doot. Silent Hill 4, yeah, dude. I like weird games sometimes. Like, I know some people don't like that one, but that one's crazy. A ghost is killing people. He killed him, he did the self-deletion. He had to do the 21 sacraments, right? It's this whole thing where he has to do like 21, he has to kill 21 people, and one of them was his self, and then he's a ghost. And then he's still killing people as a ghost. And then you're in a room that you can't get out of. And the body of the dude that's the ghost killing people is in your apartment. And it's like behind like a hidden wall and you don't know he's there till the end of the game. It's nuts. The game is crazy. Then you have hauntings. You'll wake up out of your bed and there's just like a ghost boy in your closet staring at you when you wake up. The windows will rattle. Just a random severed head will go by the window. Like, that game is nuts. Like, it's one of my favorites. And I know some people don't like it because it was, like, the last one from those developers. And everybody thinks, like, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3 are the best. But shout out to 4 if you've never, like, gave it a chance. Just watch somebody play it. Like, you know, if you play it yourself, you might like, oh, these ghosts, I can't kill these ghosts, and how am I supposed to? These ghosts keep killing me, and you can't kill them. I'm gonna shoot them with my gun. Well, if you watch somebody that knows what they're doing play it, and they show like everything, like Nub Zombie, check out Nub Zombie Silent Hill 4. If you ever, that's what I'm probably gonna watch that. If Retrograde Tom ain't on right now, I'm probably gonna go watch some Silent Hill 4 Nub Zombie. It's a good game. It's scary. All right. Random Game Sunday, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, check it out, Crow. I have videos on it. I have like the first 5 class weapons you should get. I have like the first 5 classes you should level. I have like a class tier list. I have an entire tier list with classes, Crow. I have a tier list. I think I'm the only one. And if someone else has one, they copied me right after I did it. And I know it's a tier list and everybody does tier lists, but in the Gems of War community, there was only mythic tier lists until I did a class tier list. And then if there's another one out there, they just copied me because there never was. There was only mythic tier lists. And I had the idea to do a class tier list. I did it first. If there's another one out there, they just copied me like always. Funky Town. 4 is just, I like it. I think you must have played it. Funky Town says, guess I'll be watching Pistol. What? Yeah, I might do it, Jack, man. I think it's a good idea. You only want to have 1-star character? 2 stars? Ultimate Alliance? Top 10 legendary troops for 2024? Maybe we can do that for the members only video, and then it will come out to the public too. You keep coming to streams, Jack, and you might get gifted a membership, and then you can watch stuff like that. Worst 10 legendaries? I did the worst 5 mythics. There's a video out there, the worst 5 mythics. I did that. Guys, you have to go to you literally have to type in Cinecool. You literally have to click on my ugly face, and you like have to be on my channel, and then search it. Because if you do it in just the YouTube search bar, you're going to get trash, view farming, copycats. You have to like go to my channel and then search like top 10 mythics. Like there's a little search thing just for my channel. Don't do it in like the top bar, the YouTube top bar. Like it's like halfway down. You have to like hit this little like magnifying glass. It's near like live, video, community, about, and then there's like the little search thing. You can search my videos and you can just type in anything you want, and I probably have a video on it. So if you just type it in the YouTube search bar, it's not even gonna pop me up because somebody else knows how to play the game, you know? You know what I'm saying? They know how to play the dirty underwear game. But yeah, I gotta go. You guys are the best. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope, and if not, I'll see you Tuesday. Peace out.